And I do believe we are live. Hello, everybody. Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. Wow, it's been a long time since we've done a tool giveaway, so I am itching to give some stuff away. So welcome, everybody. And what we're going to be doing here tonight, of course, is we're going to talk some Q&A, engineering, any questions you have whatsoever. And we're also going to post the list to the link to every one of the tools that we're going to be giving away tonight here as well. Well, we're giving them away next week, actually on Sunday night. But tonight we're giving you the links. And Blurred Images says for hurricane season. What does he want for hurricane season? Who knows? He wants those Ryobi lamps. Oh, yeah. Don't think we have any of those left. I know that one thing I should tell you, the thumbnail that I used for this video tonight, the live stream, is slightly not quite everything the same. It was from the previous one, but a number of the tools that were shown in there are going to be in here tonight in our giveaway. So let's start off with the very first one. And the one that I know a lot of you are going to love is this one. Right here. Oh yeah, baby. Got another one of these again, the DEWALT Jobsite fan. So this one here is the 511B, and if I remember correctly, I think I paid like 77 bucks for this. These normally go for about 129 in the stores now. So we're gonna go on that. And they're doing away with that 511B. They've switched to the 512B, which no longer has dual power. So the one I just showed you, you can plug in. The newer ones on the shelf, you cannot plug in. So Matthew Bussin says, how do we get in on the giveaway? Well, in a little bit further on into the live stream here, we're going to post the links in the video description below and have you refresh. So I'll tell you when we put those links in there. Okay. And what was the next tool that we're going to be giving away here? The next one, oh yeah, you guys are going to like this one too. We have 6 of these that we're going to give away. Remember in January when they went on clearance, I bought a ton of these, and we've been giving them away, a few here and a few there. So everybody loves these little guys because they're small and compact, and they'll fit right in your toolbox there, the Milwaukee Rafter squares. One of them is like a 7-inch, and the other one's like a 4-inch. So I have a few of these kits already. I love these. These are great. There's going to be 6 of you lucky winners on this one. And the Josh man just checked in and said, hey, Jeff. And let's see, what's the next one? Our next one is, we had a leftover one from last time. These were very popular. Some of these shirts, this is a hoodie. It's a charcoal gray DEWALT hoodie. Some of these got down to like 10 bucks in your stores. I know many of you reported seeing them. I saw them in one of our local stores. So I picked up a whole bunch of them, and we have one left. This is a large. Tell them Large Marge sent you. So that should be a good one with cold weather coming up. Some people will enjoy that one. And what else have we got? Oh, yeah. This one here. I picked this one up, I think, on May 27th. Hold on. I gotta flip this puppy around. Look what we have here, folks. So this here is a brushless Ryobi 10-inch chainsaw. Now this is, I think, tool only. Yeah, it says it right there. Tool only. So this one is tool only, and that, my friends, is a nice catch. I got that on the Ryobi days. Got it on the first day of Ryobi days. So I needed some extra Ryobi batteries, so I bought the battery kit and then got that for free, and we're giving it away to you folks. And Philip Require just checked in. Hello from North Florida. Well, cool. Yeah, we were just up in Disney about 3 weeks ago. Brutally hot up there. And Mimi says, I like that chainsaw. And so did Alvin Close. He says he could use that. All right, so the next one I have here is the Johnson. Remember, I was looking for my Johnson. Can't find my Johnson. I don't like it when people touch my Johnson, but here it is. So here's the laser. And remember, we've given this away a few times in the past. I had found another one on clearance at Lowe's, and I forget how much I got this one for. But these were like $99 originally, and we were getting them for $47, $45, and lower on clearance. So yeah, this will be a nice little cheapy, small, compact laser. And I forget if this one goes like 30 feet or what, but for most of you guys, for DIYers, that should be a great little laser to have. So yep, this will probably be the third or fourth one we've given away. And Eric978 says, hello from Massachusetts. That's where I'm from, Eric. In fact, I have a brother, Eric, who lives in Massachusetts, too. And Teddy is there. Ted McDonald. He just checked in with us. And Tyler Henry says, everybody smash that like button for Jeff. And Dean says, I was at Disney 3 weeks ago, Small World. Yeah, you know what's funny? I was at Disney, and I was waiting outside the soaring ride at the concession stand and met a family in Michigan who subscribes to our channel. And so that was pretty cool. I always like meeting up with people, bumping into them out in public there. And Ricky Janeway says, hello from Tennessee. And I still see people asking, how do I enter? We're going to put the links in the video description in a little bit for you. And we'll let you know when I do, and then you can refresh at that time. So this is the one that makes me the most angriest, folks. It'll make you guys happy as heck, but it makes me angry. Let me get this thing here. Oh, this weighs a ton. Oh, can you believe this? All right, you guys know what this is. So we've given away, I think, a couple of these over the past year since we got that unbelievable score at Black Friday that Lowe's was doing on these. This CRAFTSMAN VERSASTACK radio. This is a $200 radio, and somebody actually won it on our last tool giveaway that we did. I think it was in May or June. I can't even remember. It's been so long. But they never responded back to us. When we contacted them via the email address that they gave, and I contacted them 5, 6, 7 times, I think, over the course of 3 weeks, guy never responded back. If I live to be 100, I'll never figure out why do people enter the contest for a $200 prize and not collect. It's just mind-boggling. So Angie Ann says, hi, Jeff, enjoy your channel. Well, thank you. Glad you like it. And Kent Hubbard was checking in from Missouri. Got a fixed dinner. Be back in a few. Hey, bring enough for all of us, huh? And Elaine Sturm says, this is great. Thank you for doing what you do. Well, good. I'm glad to help. And, every time I see these blowout prices, I try to grab a few, and we like to give them away. We like to give back to the community that has been so good to us. And I know that a lot of times when we show these deals, not everybody has them in their region either. So it makes it even sweeter deal when you can get it for free. And Healthy Meals just checked in and said hello. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys are going to love this one. Don't freak out. It's right here. Freak out. So here you go, right here, folks. The Bosch Freak. Oh, baby, I love this thing. For those of you who don't know what this is, the Bosch Freak, this is an impact driver and an impact wrench all in one. That's why they call it the Freak, because if you look right here in the middle, see, your bits will fit in the middle, but then your sockets will fit around the outside of this thing. Now, this is a whole kit, so it comes with a battery and a rapid charger in this kit. So you guys will love this. There's 3 of these that we're giving away. If you remember, this was, I think, back in March or April, I was at Lowe's, and these kits are like over $129 normally, and I got them for like $42 on clearance. They had to go way up high to get them. Even the employees didn't know they were up there. So yeah, this is a great Freak. Hey, if any of you guys own the Freak right now, let us know in the comments or on the live stream there. And Kent Hubbard just sent us our first super chat. He says, this isn't dinner, but it helps with shipping. Well, thank you so much for that, Ken. And yes, it does, because these things are like very, very expensive. So these bigger items and tools like this, you're gonna see me when I email you. I'm going to ask you if you want to do the eBay hack with me, which means what I do is I put it up on eBay for 99 cents, and then you just buy it, and that allows me to use eBay's shipping instead of if I go directly to like FedEx or the post office. It's like I pay full retail rates, and shipping something like this would cost probably $25 right now. The rates are just unbelievable. But going through eBay, sometimes we save 50, 60, 70%. So that's what we love about that. And Rockman Dave says, hello, Jeff, from Ohio. tools rule, man. You bet. All right, let's see what else we got. Rod says he would love the radio. I still haven't even opened mine yet. Holy cow, might take it forever. Hey, by the way, there was breaking news today. I don't know if you guys heard it. Olivia Newton-John died, so I'm bummed out about that. She was my first teen crush. And there is, you guys probably saw Vince mentioned it on his channel too, on VCG Construction the other day, that DEWALT is recalling I think it's a 1.1 or 1.4 million sliding miter saws. And I have one of those too, so I'm going to be doing a little video on it later this week and show you guys. And then when we get the kit, we'll show you how to retrofit the new recall repair kit. So apparently there's something wrong with one of the guards on the back there, like it was plastic and it could break. And apparently it's caused 500 and something issues so far, with dozens of, I think they said a couple of dozen people got lacerations. Oops. So if you guys have the DWS 779 or the DWS 780 or the one I have, which I think is the DHS 7, I can't remember the name of that. But yeah, those are the ones you got to be careful about. Okay, so we have that. And then the next kit would be, and wait, Gary Glenn says, Jeff, I was also a big Olivia fan. She had a tough time fighting cancer. Yeah, she did. And the other one we have here it's another Bosch product, but I got to warn you guys, don't register to win this unless you have a Bosch, I think it's 4.5 or a 5-inch grinder. There's only a couple of models, which I mentioned on the prize page about this, that this will work on. This does not work on DeWalt, Milwaukee. I've already tried it on a few different grinders, Ryobi. This is specifically designed to work on Bosch. So only register to win this if you have a Bosch grinder and you know that grinder matches the model numbers of the grinders that I have listed there on the prize page, okay? Because otherwise you're going to be stuck with a worthless tool product there that you're going to go, well, what do I do with this? And Gerald Golan, he just checked in from Dearborn, Michigan, home of the F-150 Lightning. Yeah, so both of my buddies have F-150s. King Ranch, I think, is what they got. All right, let's see what the next one is. The next one is, this is a nice one. Where is it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's right here. Here we go. So this is the Dremel 3000 kit. Now, they had these at Costco for $79.99, and some of your Costco stores might still have them there. But this, I think it got down to like 52 or something the other day, so I bought it. So we got this, and this has 52 pieces in there. 52 of those little accessory bits, right? And we have one of those. So that'll be a nice kit for somebody. Those are always popular kits to have. And BA says, I'm not registering to win anything. I love your channel and good luck to everyone. Well, cool. And Toasty699 says, finally made it to a live. Man, you missed all the other ones, huh? And Ted says, catch you on the next one, Jeff. Hey, we got to go to that Lowe's again up there by you. So, yeah, Ted and I went one time on last December. I think it was on December 27th, and we did a live stream together because he's really good at finding some of the deals. And see, he's in Palm Beach. I'm in Broward County. And so we're in two different regions for Lowe's. But the Lowe's stores up by him tend to get these really unbelievable clearance deals that we often don't see down in my area. So sometimes I have to go up there to catch them. So McNaliga says 53 pieces would have been better. You bet. All right, what else have we got on here? Where is that thing? The die grinder. Where is that? Here we go. Oh. The Cobalt Die Grinder. So this is essentially a larger competing version to your Dremel tool. Now this is a tool only, so you have to already have a Cobalt battery. This tool is $129 in the stores. And our store had it clearance down to like, I think it was like $29.30. I forget. It was like really, really super low. So I snagged this one for you guys. So that's another way we save money when we buy the tools for the giveaways. We're always doing it as a BOGO deal, like a buy one, get one free tool deal, or we're buying it as something that's on clearance. So we get it nice and cheap. And Raval, I hope I pronounced this right, Shanak, says, I love all content of this channel. Really helpful for lots of things. Keep going. Glad to hear on live. Well, glad you made it live, too. And let's see, Blurred Images just sold a new Dremel 4000 kit for $50. Okay. And that one retails for $150. Wow. So that buyer made out really good too. Yep. And let's see. Okay, the next one that we have. Oh, where did I put those things? Those. Hang on, I'm going to reach right over here and grab one. Hang on one second. So, what I got here, let me see if I can show the package here right. I have 2 of these to give away for 2 different lucky people. So this here is the Milwaukee Brim Hat. Now it's got the full brim, so instead of just the brim on the front, the brim goes all the way around. And this handles the bolt technology, and it comes with a little bit of bolt with it. And what bolt is those are those little black brackets that you clip onto the top of the hat, and you can put the LED light, you know, right there on the top of it. And I think this one comes with a thing for the hold the magic markers. So I got 2 of these safety hats. See, they're white. Do I look like the site chaplain there? All right. So those were cool. You know how much I paid for those? Those are like $30 in the store. And I walked into the Boca Raton Home Depot, and those were being clearanced down to $6, man. So yeah, it does. It looks like coffee filters. And hey, I finally noticed Mike Land was here. Mikey Land. Oh, you noticed the fresh. You talking about this? The fresh cut? Couldn't take it any longer. I had to get rid of the. So, if you guys have any questions on the Champlain Towers, you know, let us know. We put up 2 videos on that in the past week, actually. And one of them we did on the crumbling concrete. So when I was down there on June 24th for the 1-year anniversary remembrance, when the First Lady was there, Jill Biden, Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, was there. So there was a lot of VIPs there. But I went and was shooting pictures around there, and then went over next door to the sister building to get some pictures, and had some others sent to me as well. And that's when we noticed the crumbling, like massively crumbling concrete on the patios. It's like I would never even walk out on any of those patios. So yeah, I did a video on that, so you can check that one out. And then I did another interesting one on the fire alarm, because, you know, Miami Herald had incorrectly, I think, blamed the fire alarm for not going off the night of the condo collapse. But the owner of the company that installed it was really mad and was threatening to sue Miami Herald. And he got on and did like a 1-hour sort of a webinar thing there with an attorney, because now that the settlement's done, everybody can talk about it. And so he gave us a lot more information about what was really going on that night and showing the alarm codes and everything. So that was an interesting one you'll definitely want to check into. And BA just sent us a $19.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that, BA. And he says, good luck, everybody. Jeff, thanks for saving me money and sharing the deals. Well, you bet. Glad to help on that. And Eric says, I never miss an upload. Great content and knowledgeable people. Do that to me. Good. Thanks. And McNally, did you see any Secret Service agent? Yeah, and lots of Secret Service police. So when we got in, and I didn't even know she was going to be there, right? So I'm showing up, and I got there an hour and a half early thinking, oh, I'm early. And then I see all the press guys are lined up here. And what they did was they made all the media guys throw all their stuff up against a chain link fence across the street. And then they walked all these canines back and forth to make sure there wasn't anything in there. And then they let us come in, but you had to go through this little tent. And I got searched with my camera bag twice, by one Secret Service police officer and then by a second one, just to get into where the tent area was. And so luckily I had become friendly with one of the family members who lost her sister in this collapse. And she was one of the people speaking there and was able to get me a ticket. So I was right in the 4th row. It was a perfect view. And then Alvin Close just sent in a $10 super chat. Thank you so much for that. You know, all of that helps, guys, because I think we end up spending like $400 or $500 on shipping every time we do one of these giveaways. Some of these are pretty pricey to send out. And you can, if you haven't done one before and you weren't sure how to do it, you can donate with a super chat as well by clicking on that $sign that's at the bottom of the chat window, you know, because we're here live now. After the video is up and it's not live anymore, you can always donate. There's like somewhere on there on the bottom of the video, there on the controls, there's like a heart with a $sign in it, and it says thanks. So you can give thanks. That's how you tip somebody. So if you ever land on somebody's video and you like it, that's what you do. You click that little heart down at the bottom. And I still get tips from a lot of my plumbing videos that have been up for a while because we help so many people with those. Let's see what other tool we're giving away. Oh, yeah, where's that? Let me get that right here. Got to shuffle a few things around. Oh, yes. Oh. Look at this. We got a Circ Saw. And how big is this one? This one is, I'm looking at the Spanish side so I can't see. 5.5 inch. So this is, obviously this one's not brushless. This is the Ryobi one, and it's tool only. And this one is normally $59.99. And when I was in there, let me see, the sticker's still on here. Yeah, I got it for $39. So there you go, $20 off. So I couldn't resist. I had to pick this one up. It's a good starter Circ Saw for many people that just want something simple around the house. Or as Shaka Gillis always tells us when he says Ryobi's trash, he says that except, once in a while he'll say except for extremely light DIY use. So there you go, that one. And let's see what else we've got here. We have this guy. There's going to be 2 lucky winners of this. This is our Kobalt 12-piece metric socket set. And it's magnetic, I believe, because it's on that magnetic storage thing there. So we have 2 of these that we're going to be giving away. And, yeah, these are cute. I usually look for those around Black Friday time frame, like the stocking stuffers. When Christmas is over, they start clearancing the heck out of these types of things. And wait a minute, we got more coming in. So we got Alvin Close, gave $10. And then Jason Reynolds just gave it $2. So he says, thanks for doing these giveaways, Jeff. Glad to do these. I am so glad to do these. I love being like the Santa Claus, you know. Just when you thought there was no sales going on, all of a sudden, bam, you come in and you win one of these big tools. There's probably no better feeling than that. I'm on the opposite side because I'm the one giving it away, but I can tell by the excitement of some of the people when I send them their email telling them that they've won, you know. And so we're going to post the links here. Let me grab these. I have one more to show first. One more. It's the biggest box here. It should be easy to find. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, hold on. This thing rattles like crazy, man. So what you're looking at right here is the Werner ladder jack. And unfortunately, we only have one, but I think you really need to use 2 of these when you're using them. But you stick these on your ladder. I don't know if you can see by the picture there. And it enables you to put like 2 ladders 5, 6, 7 feet away and run a platform between them. So that's what ladder jack does. Lots of guys love them. You have to have a 1A or 1AA rated ladder in order to support those. But let's see. Let me go in. I'm going to grab all of these. And give me 1 second. I have to bring up the page. And I'm going to stick these down into the description there. So give me a few seconds here. I'm going to pull it up. Go to content there and live. By the way, the end of September, I'm going to be out in LA. I'm going to see if I can't hit up that Anaheim Home Depot again and do another live stream from there. So if any of you guys live out that way and want to hook up when we do that live, that'd be kind of cool. It would probably be like the 30th or of September or October 1st. Not sure which yet. Let me go in here, and I'm going to paste the links in there. Come on. All right, so they're pasted in. I have saved it. So all you have to do now is refresh the page if you haven't been on it yet. If you're just now coming in, it should probably already be there. If you're watching it after it's uploaded, they've been there since the minute you got on. But yeah, let us know if you guys can see the links. You just refresh the page, and you should be able to see the links. And John Anderson says, hi, everybody from San Antonio. Hey, that's where Mike Land is from. And Abraham just checked in from Dallas, and Sonaround Adventures just sent us $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that. And he says, thanks for the giveaway. How do you enter? Well, you probably know by now because I just put those links in there. So if you guys can see them, yeah, Scott James says the links are there. And somebody was asking, isn't that your Belinda, the Home Depot you're talking about? Well, I can't remember what road it was off of, but I'm pretty sure it was Anaheim, and it's the largest Home Depot in the country. There was that one and one in New Jersey. There's two of them, and I think they're called like Super Home Depot or something like that. I forget what they actually call them, but it is truly massive. I mean, way bigger than a regular Home Depot. And in fact, when I walked in there, I couldn't believe all of the different versions of Husky storage chests and whole displays of wall units they had in there. They even had a whole section with flowers, you know, just like a florist in there. Huge amounts of stuff. I mean, everything that you would find in a regular Home Depot, many more in stock there. And Abel says, where's the link? If you look down on the video description of this video, you have to refresh. If you haven't refreshed in the last 2 minutes since I added them, you won't see them. So you'll have to do a refresh. Alvin says no link. Do a real good refresh. Maybe go back to where the notice was when the alert for the live stream and click on it again. But the idea is to get it to reload that whole page and then look down into the video description. You may have to click more. Like those of you on cell phones and Apples and stuff, you may have to click like this, sometimes it might say see more, because usually the description, it shows you the first line or two, but you got to expand it out to see the whole thing. When you get in there, you'll see a whole bunch of hammer icons next to the links. Now, I know some people already said they've seen them. A lot of people are saying they don't see them. If you're on a phone, close out the video and re-enter. It says blurred images. Okay, Mike says he sees them. So they are there. It's just a matter of, refreshing them and seeing them. And certainly after the stream, maybe you go back and just look at the video and reload it and check in there and that. So other things that we're working on now. I bought that Ryobi walk-behind edger, the 3-wheeled walk-behind edger. And I completed, I wrapped up filming on it yesterday. So hopefully that will be up in another week or so. And I'm working on another tool review right now on the Ryobi, the surface cleaner that you hook up to your pressure washer. And I did a friend's pool with it that was like all green and black and moldy. So we'll see how well it did on that. And good, Jerry Bell says, already entered. Jerry Harris says, I see them in entering. Good. So Tim Howard says he entered for the hard hat and the radio. They should try for all of them. You know, there's been times where we've had a guy or girl win more than one tool in a night. I distinctly remember a couple of times where there was like 2. And I think one person actually even won 3. That's pretty astronomical. But it's not all that unexpected, because when you think about it, on most of these, we get an average of about 2,000 to 3,000 entries on a tool. So and then of course, if you can do it multiple times, and let me warn you guys of a couple of things. The scams. Don't answer anybody that goes to, like if you left a comment on the video, if somebody responds to your comment and says, I'm Jeff and you won and here's my WhatsApp, do not, and I mean do not. Those are scammers. They hit every single video out there. And they're going to make you pay money or do something or whatever, but you're not going to be winning a prize because we email you by the email address that you entered when you entered the tool giveaway. So just watch out for those kinds of scams. And we do try to catch them quickly and delete them when we see them. Okay. And then lastly, if you want to try to enter like more than once, don't do it from the same IP address. Like don't do it from your email address and then your wife's email address at the same home, at the same IP address, because the company that's doing the game software here, the giveaways, they check for IP address, and if they see multiple entries from the same IP address, it's gone. They just delete it on you. And Chris Anthony says, will the tower collapse families get money from insurance and not just the sale of the property? Yeah, so there's different groups and classes here. So what happens is the judge had originally set aside $96 million to give to each and every unit owner who lost a unit. And I guess they'll scale it depending on the size of your unit, if it was a 1, 2, or 3, and if it was a penthouse, a corner, beachfront, they pick the value. They have to try to find the value of your unit. So that's one thing. And then for the rest of the settlement, which was 1.1 billion, that's for like the death, the people that either were injured or people who lost a family member or somebody who lost a provider, like mother and father type thing. And those are likely to be about $7 or $8 million per unit from what I could figure out. Now, the judge is going to weigh each case. So some people are going to get more, some people are going to get less. And there's already a lot of infighting because the family members who lost family don't think that a unit owner who just lost a unit and nothing else, they don't think they should get anything at all, which is, I don't agree with that. But, whenever there's a marriage, a wedding, and a death in a family, it brings out the best and worst of people. And you're always going to see this types of infighting. And Justice for All says, I went out of YouTube and came back and still no links. They are there. Make sure you expanded the video description, because the video description goes down about like 30 lines. And you should see all of those little hammer icons there. And other people are saying they see them, and people have already entered already. So you should be able to see it. But as terrible as this whole, condo collapse was, the great thing that came out of this was that really rapid settlement. So kudos, and I mean extra kudos, go to those lawyers who were able, through mediation, this wasn't court. The judge sent everybody to mediation, and through mediation, these lawyers were able to extract out of these contractors the maximum insurance payout, and the insurance companies paid very willingly, which was good. So virtually every contractor that ever touched that property and the one next door was called in. Even Bob's backhoe, I think all the guy did was deliver a backhoe way back when, and even his insurance, I think, kicked in like $100,000 or something. But Securitas, see, that's where there was a huge issue with the security guard company. So, the security guard that was at the building at the time wasn't trained in this fire alarm system that you could push an all-call button and wake everybody up in the building and tell them to evacuate. Now, I doubt very many would have even escaped out of the building in 7 minutes anyway after being waken up at 1:30 in the morning. But the fact that there's all of this, I don't know what you could call it, just negligence on part of the security guard company for not having people trained, and they paid out $517 million. So they were like roughly half of the entire payout for the settlement, the out-of-court settlement. So even the judge was happy, and all of this was completed before June 24th. So before the one-year anniversary, they already had their $1.1 billion settlement, and it surprised everybody. Nobody saw it would coming. Nobody thought it would be that high at all whatsoever. And Terry Garcia says, hi, I love the Costco videos and the Dark Vader. Yeah. You know what I mean. The Death Star deals. Yep. Those are those ones where you see the little asterisk up on the upper right part of the price there. And Henry Chavez says, just entered the giveaways. Good luck to everyone. Yeah, so the links are there and they're working. And Crystal says, Jeff, I'm hoping you'll do some videos on the sinking tower in San Francisco. Yeah, so many people have done pretty decent videos on it, particularly Josh over at Josh Porter over at Building Integrity. So really the only two channels you should be watching on the Champlain Towers are, of course, this channel, mine, and his, because we're the only two that really seek out the truth, and we're not just blabbing off a bunch of hot air like this other guy is that's out there. There's another guy out there that lies to people about me. He says I'm a used car salesman, which is not true. And then he tells people I'm a tool salesman. That's not true either. And basically comes into my videos, looks at 2 or 3 seconds out of it, thinks he knows what I'm saying, and then takes everything I say out of context and lies about it. So, for example, we uploaded a video about a month and a half ago where I just brought something up. I said, look, when these buildings were built in 1979, 80, 81, everybody was using Formica, in the counter, kitchen counters and cabinets and all that. And now when you look in these MLS listings, people are doing marble crawling up the walls and on the ceilings, marble this, granite this and that. And that stuff just adds huge amounts of weight. And I said that could be a contributing stressor, because when you combine that with the weakened concrete from all the years of the water getting in and degrading the concrete, that amongst other incremental stressors will cause issues for you. Well, this clown went out and was telling everybody, I'm saying that it was the people remodeling that caused the building to collapse. He's just so stupid. So you need to avoid channels like that are just spreading hate and lies about people. The guy's lying about NIST. He's lying about the security guard. He's lying about the engineer that the city hired. He's hired. He just badmouths everybody. He even badmouthed Josh Porter. So he thinks he's the one that knows everything, and the rest of us know nothing. So just stay away from the other channels other than the two I told you about. And let's see. Blurred Images says, can you get me a deal on a low mileage used pickup? Well, on our other website, carbuyingtips.com, we have a lot of articles there. We did put up a video last year on our channel, carbuyingtips.com is what we call it on YouTube. The past year and a half, because of COVID, it's been very difficult to get a good deal on a used car, because there was so much demand, because the high prices of the new cars caused everybody to go to buy the used cars, and that sent those prices up. And then there just wasn't much offered. We know a friend who has a Ford dealership up here in Palm Beach County, and he had to close out 2 lots that he was renting. A lot of dealers rent little parking lots and stuff for people to store their vehicles in. He had no inventory, and there was no reason to keep paying, so he had to get rid of the 2 lots. So that's how bad those things got. And Paul Gonzalez checked in from Laredo. Cool. All the way. I lived in San Antonio for a little bit as a kid. And let's see. Maddie, man, 617 says, I want that hoodie. Need it for these Boston winters. Hence the 617 in the username. That's the area code, right? And, wow, RV Hopper says, I worked at Costco for 34 years. 8 years in Brandon, the rest were in California. A lot of Costco employees have been there quite a bit. I've been a member since 1988, and I signed up at Pompano Beach, Florida. And when I go in there, I still see 2 or 3 people that I remembered being there like the very first time. I see them all the time when I go in. And I still see them there, and it's, 30 some odd years later? I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I heard they pay well and that the benefits are pretty good, too. And Red Sea Gaming says, it's drama channels. Yep, I literally had to unsub to a bunch of people because it seemed like they just liked drama. Yep, I'm into just giving truth and facts and no drama. And Neroli says, I know what clown you're talking about. He has a distinct voice, and he makes silly diagrams of Hot Wheels cars and cardboard and string. Yep, that's him. It just amazing. And I don't even think he really knows anything, because a lot of times he acts like he has all of this knowledge, and he goes, I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tip my hand. I'm waiting for you to tell him. Yeah, because he doesn't know, because he's waiting for you to tell him. That's why. And so Jeff Vose just checked in. How do we enter your raffle? The link should be down in the video description by now. A lot of people have already done it. And Crystal says, well, my honest question is, how do you think the sinking tower will end? Well, I don't think that it's structurally a risk to the building, even though people freak out. But look, the Leaning Tower of Pisa has lasted forever like that. But I think that they will eventually get it to right itself. They've tried a few things so far that haven't worked, but I think you put enough sharp minds on it. And remember, this is stuff that people, even the best engineers, haven't really had to deal with something like this. So it is sort of new territory, but I think they will come up with a solution for it. And let's see. Chris Anthony says, does Home Depot ever have their flashlights go on sale? Lowe's does it. Home Depot sometimes put like those, the regular, like the Milwaukee M18 lights, the Rovers. Do I have one from, I don't have one of my little ones from Ryobi. Those are really good. So I have the fan here, we've given away a lot of these, and the little area light, which is about half the height of this fan. Plugs on top of a Ryobi battery, and I love that light. I use that all the time. I use it when I'm working in a vanity or under a sink. You just turn it on with the Ryobi battery. It'll last for hours there. You don't have to worry about buying replacement batteries. And I hate flashlights, to tell you the truth. I've never liked them, even as kids, never liked them. You have to keep banging on them to get the light to work. Who needs that nonsense? But if you do want a flashlight, every once in a while, and if you look on BrickSeek, you'll see clearance deals on flashlights at Lowe's, some that are just phenomenal. And every time I've gone in to try to find them in my Lowe's store, I don't see them, but I know that other guys, like on Deal Team 6, they're finding them all over the place. And yep, Eric says, that's awesome that you've been a member of Costco, he's referring to, for 34 years. Wow. Prices are coming down a little bit on cars, but not like pre-COVID. Yeah, I think until they get caught up on the new cars and maybe we start ending up with a little bit of a glut in inventory, then you will see those used cars drop. And see, here's another thing that happened. When I went to LA last year in September, and I was talking about renting a car, my buddies were saying, are you nuts? What, are you crazy? You should have rented it already. You're not going to find one. Like, what do you mean I'm not going to find one? So I searched around. I found one eventually, actually next door to our hotel. And they told me that during COVID shutdown, Hertz and a lot of the other national firms sold off almost all of their inventory just to stay afloat, just to be able to pay the bills, keep the lights on or whatever. And when COVID was kind of clearing up, now they find themselves without cars, and they're rushing out and trying to buy up all the new cars. And that helped shoot those prices up real big. So if you're hoping to get a car, the best advice I would give to people is, if you can, just wait. Just wait it out. Who knows? It could change on a dime in a few months. Look what happened to the homes. We went to a open house in March. There was 100 people there. That changed in a month when the Fed upped the rates. So I think if you can be patient, I don't care how bad your car's running, if it's still running, stick with it, and maybe by the end of the year. Now, traditionally, guys, the end of the year from Christmas to New Year's has traditionally been the best time to buy a new car. So we'll see if that picks up again this year. And the reason why is because, here we're approaching the end of 2022. You don't want to be on January 1st, 2023 and still have 2022s in your lot, even though it's basically a day difference. But now it's last year's model. So they don't want to be stuck with that, and they will give deals. So that's what I'm hoping the same thing picks up again this year. So what about the California earthquakes in the tower? I just really wonder. They're saying the tower is still structurally sound. It's not really all that far. Wasn't it like 26 inches off like that? So it's not like it's going to tip over, and it's not like it's going to, just fall apart. But what the city wants to know right now is, at what angle does it become a problem? And when do they have to start worrying, you know? And, Macaro says, giveaways not from my region. What region are you in? Are you in Canada or outside the country? Because of the shipping costs, we had to keep it inside the country. And, let's see. Steve says he joined Costco in September 1986. Wow, that's pretty cool, dude. 2 years before me. So that's a long time. And yeah, that's how I started doing a lot of those walkthroughs in there. One day I'm in there so often, and I see all the games they play. You know, something will be here today, and the very next day, it's moved. So I would not want to be the guys that have to, like, with the pallets and move all of these things all around every day. And so yeah, once we started to see the prices and then the sales, and I see the prices do the same thing like this, you know, certain things like the security, like the ring cameras, some of the blenders and the vacuums, they'll be off the sale this month and then back on the sale next month, and then 2 months later it goes on sale again. So, you know, you're crazy paying full prices for some of these, and that's what we show you in those Costco walkthroughs. So if you haven't seen any of them, you should see the one I uploaded the other day. It's actually performing quite well. They've got a bunch of computers in there that are $400 off right now, just in time for back to school. All right, so let me do a last check here, make sure we thanked everybody who sent us the super chats. And oh yeah, Carol L sent us one for $4.99 too. Thank you so much for that, Carol. I know she's donated before a few times. We have a few regulars that come in every now and then. We see, you guys know Shaka Gillis. We see him a lot when we're in Home Depot. He always comes in with a super chat and then says, Ryobi's trash. But, you know, they're getting better and better. And this new walkthrough edger that I just bought is... Look, let me tell you something. DEWALT let me down. Okay, Milwaukee let me down. Makita let me down. None of them came out with a walk-behind edger. So first mover advantage, man. Ryobi came through with it, and it's actually a pretty decent one too. And it runs off of the same battery that goes in my Ryobi the lawnmower. So my 7.5 amp hour battery will fit inside this edger and work. And even it has to be a 40 volt battery. So whereas my DEWALT, I also have the DEWALT lawnmower and the Ryobi lawnmower. Both of those work just as good as the gas mowers. It's amazing. And Eric says, I have several HD spring clamp LED lights. I love them. Yeah. Well, the clamp lights are great. They're very useful. They have a very high utility because you can just clamp them anywhere, you know. But I do like the little Ryobi light it's about this big. And I've got like a half a dozen of those things, and I just love them. I try to put one in every one of my big toolboxes and one in my trunk in case I ever need one at night. And with that, I think what we're going to do is reconvene next Sunday night, and we will pick all of the winners then. And then I will email you at that time as well. So Sunday night at 8 p.m., remember that. And RV Hopper just checked in with another $2 super chat. And he says, Jeff, condo videos are the best. Well, thanks for that. I mean, I do put in a lot of time. When you see these 10, 15-minute videos, those are the results sometimes of 3, 4, 5 days of work, and sometimes till 3 in the morning, a lot of research because I have to keep going back, checking floor plans, checking this, checking that. Where's that photo? I know I took that photo. Where is it? And just amazing amount of work. And Tony Landon says, I need an Ego battery for my mower. I wish they never put them on sale. I know Lowe's is doing something right now, I think, with some of the Ego mowers, lowering the price a little bit. But yeah, the batteries are something it's always elusive. I always tell people, don't buy the battery unless you can get it in a kit. So go to Costco now, guys, and buy that Greenworks blower with the battery. That is incredible. I think that one might even come with 2. I'm not sure. And the Weed Whacker also has the battery and the charger. So if you buy both of those, now you got 2 chargers and 2 batteries minimum. And that blower is the best ever, 740 CFM. When you pull that trigger on that thing, it has like a back kick, like the thrust of the shuttle engines, you know, the space shuttle. And Bruno says, my wife is a big fan. Really enjoy your videos. Keep up the great work. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And Trucks and Bucks says, thank you for the videos. I have my own channel of driving trucks and hunting. I respect the effort. I think I may have, that name sounds familiar, Trucks and Bucks. I may have seen a couple of your videos before. And Josh, my old buddy Josh, used to live down here by me. He says, have you checked out pirate shipping? I'll probably look into it. But everybody has suggested to me different shipping companies, and everyone I've ever tried is a scam. Even, what's that other one? I can't remember. I've tried a couple of them. And when I go to get the quotes, it's the exact same quote that I get from the Postal Service's website, the full retail rack rate. So if you have any common sense and you sign up to any of these sites, make sure you check the same package on their thing and on the post office, and you're going to find it's not saving you any money. That's what I found. I'm like, what a lie. It was an outright lie. It wasn't even, well, maybe there's a few prices off. I tried several different packages in different methods, and just an outright lie. They're not saving you money. None of these companies have so far. So, Jack Sharple says, I'm being ignored. How's that? Yeah, and yeah, Rhonda Rosenberg, who is Max, by the way, says most of the tools are too large for Postal Service. Yeah, as soon as it gets over 3 pounds, I usually end up switching over to FedEx Ground. On occasion, UPS. If you get somebody that's way out in the sticks, sometimes there could be a vast difference between but you know, UPS and FedEx. FedEx, yeah, ShipStation is the one, Max, that I tried. So I tried ShipStation, and it was giving me the exact same postage amounts, and I couldn't believe it. I go, something's got to be wrong. It's got to be a scam. Why isn't it giving me any discounts? And I just stopped using it. However, PayPal is just switched over to ShipStation now. Made a lot of people mad, and their forums lit up with people going, "We want the old PayPal shipping back." So yeah, they switched to ShipStation. So if I go through PayPal, I'm kind of stuck with that. But that's why I prefer to do eBay, because with eBay it doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about ShipStation or any of these other guys. When I do that eBay hack, I'm going through eBay's own, like, they're using their mass millions of shippers to get that economy of scale pricing from FedEx and the post office, and that I could never get on my own ever. So there we have it. And Big Dog says, stick to drills, impact, smaller tools. Yeah, normally I do. Like these I have down to a science. I have bubble mailers that I throw these into, and I can ship them for a couple of bucks. But, you know, let's face it, sometimes when we see these great deals on these, like that big DEWALT bandsaw I think I did 2 of those earlier this year, I can't pass that up. I got to. I'll ship it to people. I don't care. I don't care if I have to spend a few bucks, you know. Write it all off anyway, you know. Uncle Sleepy Joe, he'll write some of that off for me. And Corso Wild just sent a $10 super chat. Says, thanks, Jeff. Well, thank you. And Josh says, if I don't win, send via FedEx Ground. They can't find my house. So UPS can't find your house? Yeah, UPS was able to ship something coast to coast for me in just over 3 months. That is awesome. 3 months, wow. Yep, occasionally if something gets lost, you know. So Howie Z says, who won? Well, we're picking the winner next, this. Oh, somebody's doing fireworks outside. They're doing next Sunday night at 8 p.m. We're picking the winner. Yeah, they're off by about a month and a half. And the crazy cat lady checked in. Hey. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and since I don't see any other questions that came in, we'll go ahead and end this stream, and then we will hook up with all of you again Sunday at 8 p.m. You'll get a notification, hopefully if you have alerts turned on, that we're doing the live stream at that time. It'll probably come in. I'll probably turn on the notification like Friday or Saturday or something like that. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you are. And if you are subscribed, make sure you have the alerts turned on for this channel so that you will be alerted. All right. And with that, folks, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight. It was a great live stream, great discussion. And if you have any questions that weren't answered, ask them in the comments of this video below, and we'll get to it as soon as we can. And with that, we'll see you Sunday night, 8 p.m. Have a great week, everybody.